Thank you. So, members, I think we don't need to take a lot of time. I think we have had a very good conversation. I think I want to make my final submissions. Matia and Honorable Ruth. Honorable Ruth, let's start with you.
Thank you very much, and I would like to say, through the chair, to say that it's very commendable that you are actually looking for a solution for in a situation that is actually really affecting us as Kenyans. But on the 7%, on the 7 shillings levy, I am of the opinion that yes, we do use it for road maintenance, and I don't know whether it's not there or it's there. But I was thinking of something that I would have wanted you to tackle. How about on the Petroleum Development Levy Fund? Because I think that Petroleum Levy Fund is one that actually we should consider even more than how we want to consider this reduction of the 7 shillings of the fuel maintenance levy, because that one has been there and is one that actually has not been used, and I don't know how it's being used, and I think it's something that we need to tackle. The Petroleum Development Levy Fund, I think is one you should consider. I would also want to talk a bit more of the G2G, because as it is, and I'm not saying that I'm against anybody, I hope I'm just saying what my mind is that when we have a fixed price like we do on the G2G, is actually making us have a higher rate than if we, and you know, the fuel prices actually fluctuate. Yeah, and really, when we had the OTS, in the OTS, the open tender system, we are able to determine and sometimes mostly even lower prices for ourselves. So I think that some of those ones, including in what you're saying, might help us more than the VAT that you'd want us to reduce so much, because you know at the moment VAT is a very thorny issue. So maybe those are some of the things on that your presentation. But I must say that much as you're being bashed left and right somewhere or the other, but the fact that you're courageous enough to see that we could get a solution in Kenya is commendable. Thank you.
But as we are dealing with this petroleum issue, the disruption, I mean, the pricing is the end result of the disruption of what we are getting. But listening to many analysts, the biggest problem is not actually the barrel. It is what contributes the components. During the war, we are calling it the Russian and Ukraine. It is the positioning of the map. So if you look at the Strait of Hormuz and all where this war is affecting, it has a heavier component in terms of pricing. And we might not, by the way, we might not solve this problem as long as this war is going on or this problem is going on. Number two, it's about the insurance of the ship. Actually, one of the reasons why we have high prices of petrol or petroleum products, it is not about the dollar barrel. It is the insurance that has been put, because this is about sinking of the ship and all those kind of things. So even as we look for solutions, I think I want to go back to what Honorable Bukosa asked you to benchmark, so that we have a better way of looking at it, even if we might not get the solution in good time. Thank you.
Oil away from paraffin, kerosene. Have you thought about reducing these levies on the electricity? Yeah, because as we talk about diesel, petrol, the cost of electricity is also high. And I'm tempted to believe that you are not talking about it because you are personally a beneficiary of the output from Kenya Power. Thank you.
Members, I think let Ndindi respond to those questions, then I'll make the final submission.
About this proposal is a good proposal, but I want them to hear from our good friend, Honorable Ndindi Nyoro. If we reduce these 7 shillings, already we have some contractors who are undertaking the project in the constituencies. What will happen to those projects? Will those projects stop, or stall, because you have told us that this project can be done by domestically funded sector, but even those domestically funded sector, we have already some commitment to the contractors. What will happen to the currently committed project? Will they continue, or they will be stored for maybe to be funded in the future? Thank you, Chairman.
Yes, Ndindi, you can respond.
Let me start with my sister, Honorable Ruth. I agree with you 100%, Honorable Ruth, and thank you very much for those kind words. They are very scarce nowadays from people like you and my colleagues. So when I hear one, it's an outlier.
Honorable Ndindi.
Yes.
What do you mean? The political space has been taken over by opposition. Those united opposition, where you belong. So what do you mean? Are you not part of that team that is very vicious?
What I mean, Chair, is that when I'm doing these kind of things, I am happy Kenyans are very encouraging. I'm receiving very many messages of encouragement, but to hear some from my colleagues are very rare. And that's why I want to recognize Honorable Ruth for that. And also other members who have commended me privately, like Honorable Naisura.
Chairman, please don't burn our house. Honorable Ndindi, please don't burn our house. Don't burn our house. Proceed.
And I'll be replying to your message even later, Honorable Naisura. So the one for 7 shillings, I agree with you, Honorable Ruth. We need money for road maintenance, and the reason I say that, or in my submission, the budget is in threefold, almost equivalent. There is externally funded, we may not do there much, but there is the domestically funded budget for roads. We can cut off the 7, but then we'll put it through the other route. That's one. In terms of PDL, PDL is where the field stabilization money comes from.